Yeah. Good evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time it is where you are. Welcome to Geechee Lion Journey. We're back with another installment here of following my physical and mental, spiritual, emotional journey through the world. Currently, I'm in the Philippines. Right now, I'm physically in Davao City. But we're going to talk. Our subject today is recapping somewhat of my brief stay. Well, it wasn't really a brief stay, it was more like 12 days in San Carlos City, which is located in Negros Oriental, Negros Island Occidental. And also I did 1 day, 1.5 days in DUMAGUETE. And we're going to cover that briefly. But without further ado, we're back again with our regular guest co-host here of these segments, Dana Middleton of Best Fares for Travel. You can contact him regarding your assistance in traveling in the Philippines. So without further ado, we're going to let Dana take it away.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to be here. Geechee, it's good to see you again.
Yes.
So, let's see. When we last spoke, we were talking about your trip to Ilo.
Yeah.
And so from Ilo, you went over to San Carlos City.
Yes.
And so I understand that from Ilo, you took the ferry.
Right.
And then from the ferry, you took the bus over to San Carlos City.
Right. It was a pretty straightforward route.
Okay. And about how long were you on the ferry?
The ferry ride, I believe, was less than an hour.
Okay.
And once we got off the ferry, I took a brief cab ride over to the bus depot there where I waited. The bus was actually sitting there, so we got on the bus. It probably sat on that bus for 20 or 30 minutes before they finally pulled off.
Okay. I want to ask
Bacala.
you. Okay. Now, the ferry that you took from Ilo, is that in the municipal area of Ilo, or did you have to take a cab or a trike or a jeepney out to where you caught your ferry?
It wasn't that far away from where I was staying. Of course, I had a tour guide there, Christian, who took me over there. We were not far from the dock at all.
So it is in the downtown area.
Yeah, it's very accessible.
Okay. All right. And so you get on the ferry, and you said how long did it take you to get over to the other side?
It was less than an hour to get to Bacala.
Okay. And how many pesos? What was your fee for your pesos?
I don't remember, but it was very inexpensive. I don't even think it was 500 pesos.
Okay.
I mean, believe me, it was very inexpensive. You looking at it by American standards, very inexpensive.
Okay, 500 pesos. Let's see.
Yeah, it was not much at all. And then the bus from Bacala to San Carlos City was very inexpensive. I mean, small dollar amount for that travel that you took, very inexpensive. You'll probably spend more on a crosstown cab ride in New York City than what I spent to get from Ilo to San Carlos.
Okay, with an exchange rate of $55, your ferry ride cost you about $9.09.
It was, believe me, it was low cost.
Yeah, $9.09 with an exchange rate to American dollars. That's what 500 pesos is.
Yeah, Even if it was
And how
1,000
do you know how
pesos,
much
that's still cheap.
inexpensive?
Yeah.
About how much was your bus ride?
Bus ride again. It was not over 1,000 pesos. Again, very inexpensive. You spend more on a cab ride going across New York City.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, or
Okay.
Chicago, Los Angeles, whatever.
Okay, so you get into San Carlos City. What was your first impressions?
Wow. The first word that comes to my mind now is Mayberry. I don't know if you all, some of you older gentlemen who watch this know about Mayberry IFD and Andy Griffith. But the last stop, I mean, it was very just a plain street, almost like it's drop you. It's not like it's in the middle of nowhere, but there's no great landmark or nothing. You know, I asked them, I said, this is the last stop in San Carlos City? They say, yeah. I mean,
Well,
nothing fancy about it at all.
well, from what I saw in your video, uh, looked like you were on a street, but you were standing in a field. It's kind of like a field. You were on the sidewalk,
On
but
the
behind you, it
sidewalk, but
looked like
right behind it is a
behind you was
field.
a field.
Yeah,
Okay, with lives, with some sort of, I guess, goats and
that's right. That's right. I
goats and
don't know.
cows.
That's right.
Okay, all right. Well, what did you think? Did you get to venture out into the city of San Carlos at all?
Yes, I did. Now, the first day, I had already prearranged that I was going to stay at the Mawani Hotel. So I did end up staying there almost a week. That was one of the, I guess, more famous fame hotels there. So I just thought I'd satisfy my curiosity about the hotel. I mean, it was all right, essentially located, but that's really not hard to do because San Carlos City is not that large geographically.
Okay,
So the I would say the location is right across the street from like an open field if somebody wanted to jog or walk or
right.
whatever. The location is within maybe 1 mile of the quote unquote major mall there. Uh, Restaurants were accessible, eatery places,
Okay.
what have
Now, from what I know and what I've heard, the hotel that you were staying at, the Marwani, has some pretty good food. Do you concur? Is that true?
Yeah, it was okay. I did appreciate a couple of the items that they had. They did have a breakfast buffet, which I did avail myself of that for most of the days I was there. So I appreciated that. Um, is it the best food I've had in the country of the Philippines? Probably not. But I mean, it was okay.
All right.
I think I did dine in a couple of other places while I was there, but I mean, it was adequate for, my purposes at that time.
Okay. And okay, what can you tell me about the hotel itself?
Hotel itself, I mean, it was a clean hotel. Again, it was a nice location, easy to walk outside, to step outside the hotel and get a trike easily. The trike, I believe, was 12 pesos. Actually, I had dinner with Roger and Ismi. You might know them. They are also
Yeah, I
vloggers
know
in
them
the
very
area.
well.
So they actually came to pick me up at the hotel and
Okay.
brought the trike over there and they let me know and said, don't pay the skin tax or whatever they try to jive you. It's 12 pesos. So I stuck that in my mind, and
Right.
that's always good if you have a local who will tell you what the real price of stuff is. So just like, somebody tell me, hey, the trike is 20 pesos. and then somebody come and try to charge you 30 pesos and say, no, I talked to my people at the hotel and they said this. So, they can't fight against that.
Exactly. Exactly. So, um, in venturing around St. Carlos, was there any attractions that would draw anybody to St. Carlos? Other than I know you went to visit somebody,
Yeah.
but if you weren't going there to visit someone specifically,
Yeah.
like Roger and Ishmi, for
Right.
example, what is there to draw a tourist to St. Carlos City?
I think if somebody's looking for a quiet place to be, I guess you say to chill. It's very quiet. It's one of those, when the sun goes down and everything shuts down, it's
Yeah.
quiet. But I mean, it's very walkable. The people again are very congenial, very friendly. While I was there, I got a chance to meet some of the locals there. I met this man named at Mr. Clean, a laundry place where I took my laundry over there. He invited me in for a cup of coffee, and we had a nice conversation over there. And everything there, pretty much, if you're a relatively healthy individual, anywhere you necessarily want to go, you can walk there. It's within 1 mile. So I was able to go to,
Okay.
not that I cared about the fast food joint, but it's there, the one that you know of with the clown. I won't say the name of them.
Yeah.
But the local Save More Mart, where I also met another YouTube vlogger there named Jennifer P.Y. Jennifer P. actually works there. So I had a nice conversation with her. The local restaurant, the local karaoke place,
You do any
salon.
singing?
Huh? No, I didn't do it this time. Now, they did have it. I think you could rent a room. The smallest room was maybe 100 pesos per hour. So that's something that if you go with a group or even just a couple or whatever, and you like a nice place where you can have your karaoke set up and they serve drinks, they serve food, relatively inexpensive. I think that's a very inexpensive date is very interesting. Something I would be interested in. A matter of fact, I did invite a young a young lady to go to the karaoke place with me, but she declined. But I digress. No, I don't digress. I'm just saying that. But as
Yeah,
far as great
I
attractions, no.
I know I've been to quite a few of the karaoke clubs, and it's a good time.
Yeah.
It's a real good time, and the it's one of those places that the more the merrier.
Yes, the more the
You
merrier.
you speak about Roger and Ishmi, and Roger, Ishmi, myself, and then there was another couple, a friend of mine who was in the Philippines at the time. We all went together down in Davao, where you are, and they've
Yeah.
got an excellent karaoke club down there. So anyway, let's get back to St. Carlos. So
Yeah.
the weather held up for you. You didn't have any rain, did you?
There was some rain, so I had to deal with that, walking through that mud a little bit, but I came prepared. I had my poncho, I had my waterproof boots, I had my Chicago Cub windbreaker. So I was like, come on, rain. I mean, I was like, I'll laugh at you if you rain, because I was ready for it.
Okay,
But
good. Always good to be prepared.
yeah, I was prepared for that. Now, one thing that kind of interesting happened, of course, it didn't really affect me because it was the middle of the night. They had a brownout there. And from what I understand, that's a rare occurrence, but they had a brownout. But like I say, hell, I was in the bed. I wasn't burning no electric anyway. So I'm like, oh, it's a brownout. All right. The only thing that affects is if you had an air con on, if you burning up that bad, or your fan, that might worry you. But other than that. You talk about attractions now, they do have a nearby island there that I was taken to. And again, it's a brief ferry ride or I wouldn't even call it a ferry. I call it a boat, a motorboat that seats maybe like 20, 25 people. And the ride over to this island was maybe what, 15 minutes maybe? And they had a resort over there that I went to. They had like some monkeys over there. I'm just calling it like not like a zoo, but like I said, they had monkeys over there. Had a play area for the children. And I think if people who follow my blog, I did a video about it so they can easily go look at that. But that was a
What's the
nice
name of the
place.
island?
I forgot the name. Right now the name escaped me, but look at my vlog. Look at
Okay.
my vlog, it's there. Inexpensive, it didn't cost that much to go in there. When I went, it was low tide, so it really wasn't suitable for, if you want to get on the little beach area or whatever.
Right, right.
But again, all these places I would emphasize, they're places if you want a quiet place to chill, relax, or whatever.
Okay. So how long were you over there?
I actually was in San Carlos about 12 days.
No.
Actually,
I'm talking about the island.
oh, the island? What, 90 minutes maybe?
Oh,
Maybe 90 minutes or so, maybe sat by the pool, looked at the pool, had a
okay.
maybe had a
I was
little
thinking
fun.
maybe you spent the day there.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't even. It wouldn't be worthy to me to spend the whole day there. Now, if you go with somebody and you planning to make a day of it where you want to eat in a restaurant, if the beach area was
Okay.
up and popping, then I could understand that. But other than that, no. I mean, it's not a place you want me that I would want to go and be sitting up all day like 4 or 5 hours, like I have other places, which I'll talk about in a future vlog.
Okay. So I'm guessing after that and a half, maybe 2 hours, you go back over to San Carlos.
Yeah.
And I do know that you, from San Carlos, you spent, what did you spend, a day or two down in DUMAGUETE?
Yeah, I
And
just so happened I had to, it was time for me to get,
did you take
huh?
No, I was listening to you.
Oh yeah, I was saying that I was planning to renew my visa in Cebu, but the person I was staying with, they were going down to Dumaguete to renew theirs. I just went with him and went on and did it in Dumaguete. And so I had that out of the way. So that cleared me up when I went back to Cebu. Let me tell you about the trip to Dumaguete. From San Carlos City, you could take a bus. I want to say the average bus travel time is between 4 and 5 hours, I guess, depending on the traffic and depending on how many stops it makes. But
Right.
one thing about San Carlos City is centrally located somewhat where it's not hard to get to Dumaguete and, of course, and by extension, Siquijor, Bacolod, and by extension, Iloilo, Toledo City, and by extension, Cebu City. So all that is, it is kind of a centrally located place to get to these three, major cities. So, that is an advantage there. What I saw, if I wanted to choose it and consider it as a home base, I did look at an apartment there and I did a vlog about that. The apartment that I looked at, I believe it was a 1 bedroom and it did provide mini fridge, and I believe a small, cooktop. clean, convenient to everything. Of course, like I said, the city of San Carlos is not that big geographically, but the
Right.
rent there was only 10,000 pesos a month, which is very inexpensive. Now, you have to add on your electric
Well,
and stuff
for
like
your
that, but still it would have
for
been
your
relatively
viewers,
inexpensive.
for your viewers, let's break down that. That's $181. Is
$181 a month.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Now
Okay.
the drawback to me was this. I believe this person required a 6-month lease and a security deposit. So, if that may be a drawback or a cause for pause for some people, as far as, limiting your flexibility.
But you know
It's
what?
a,
Like most things in the Philippines, that's usually negotiable. You could probably easily negotiate them down to 3 months.
well, that's something I'm considering because I do plan on contacting him soon to let him know that I plan to return to San Carlos and I am seriously considering his place should he have something available. Again, because I think the advantages of that is the central location, clean place. It had security, safe, like I said, security on the premises, I believe. Clean is convenient too. If you want to go shopping at the mall, it's walking distance. Your barber salon, your karaoke entertainment, your jogging, walking, your laundry, all of that is very accessible. And again, they have lots of trikes available there. The trikes transportation, again, 12 pesos for your most of your ride. If you go a little bit farther,
Okay.
so that's an advantage again if you're considering San Carlos for that.
Okay. Um, what about the medical facilities there? Did you notice
I,
any? Do they have a hospital there?
I believe they have a local hospital. Of course, I didn't have to go there, but from what I understand, they do have a local hospital there. Now, if you need anything major, like I guess if it's a heart attack or something a little bit, well, you don't have to name anything, some more major, you probably need to be transported to Dumaguete, or in some cases, maybe even Cebu for the more severe stuff. But I believe anything routine, relatively small, uh, things that may come up, maybe your child gets sick, they have medical facilities there to accommodate that in San Carlos.
Okay. Okay. Well, moving right along. Let's get back to Dumaguete.
Sure.
So you arrive in Dumaguete, and of course you were taken care of. So, what did you do beyond that in Dumaguete?
All right,
And what are your observations about?
Yeah, I'll tell you about Dumaguete. I wasn't there long, but as you know, the bus is gonna let you right off at the world famous or world infamous boardwalk. So we were, and the hotel we went to wasn't that far from there. So we just took that trike over there. So we spent about an hour and a half, whatever, at the boardwalk. I got a chance to walk down the boardwalk. There was some, of course, you had the street vendors there with the food and with the selling stuff. People hawking their wares there. And there was an individual set up there with karaoke out there. I guess it was an organization. I think you paid them, give them 20 pesos or something, and they let you, and I did this, let you sing some karaoke. They had the phone set up with the YouTube, And I think I selected an Elvis Presley or something and sang it. I don't think I did tape one of the songs I did, but that's
Okay.
probably something that's ongoing. I got a chance
Oh,
to go
be,
to,
excuse me, but
go
before
ahead.
I forget, because you just mentioned it when you were talking about the Wi-Fi, and it brought it back to my attention. When you were in St. Carlos, how did you find the Wi-Fi?
The Wi-Fi in the hotel wasn't the best. Uh, so I spent a lot of cases where I went down in the lobby and hooked up with the Wi-Fi down there. When I was at the hotel, of course, when I was staying at the private residence, now that Wi-Fi was no problem over there. But
Okay.
I expected it to, I mean, my expectations for that Wi-Fi would have been more higher when I was at that hotel, especially since that's one of the more higher end hotels there, that I just have to choose again. I just did that to
O-
satisfy my curiosity. Would
Okay.
I stay there again? No, I wouldn't.
Okay. Now, as far as the Wi-Fi in Dumaguete while you were there, how was
Yes.
that?
That was fine. I think the room that we were at, I'm trying to remember I forgot the name of the place, whatever. That I
But
was the tip
Dumaguete
top.
has gotten
No, I got it. It was the tip top hotel in
okay.
Dumaguete, Tip Top Tower Inn. And that was a pretty decent room again, pretty small, big enough for me, basic room, very conveniently located. I got a chance to walk around there. It's like 2 blocks away from the Robinson Mall
Okay. Yeah.
there. And again, I'm finding in most of these cities, very accessible to your street food choices, your storefront, restaurant, eateries, sorry, whatever. They're very accessible there in Dumaguete. Again, I didn't get a chance to venture out in Dumaguete that much. Now, another note, like I said, I did go out and walk one evening. I just went out and just walked the streets like I usually do. But the other notable thing, if you think is notable, I went to this place called Ground Zero, which
Oh
is,
yeah.
I guess, a infamous
It's where all the
restaurant.
expats hang out.
Yeah, expats supposed to hang out there. Sometimes you see the vloggers talk about it over there. I actually did get a chance to meet Gary. Gary, who's married to Leah, the little, I think he married her. She's like
Yeah, I
18.
know. Yeah, I know Gary.
Yeah, she's married to her. I guess she's like 18 years old when he got with her. So I did meet with him. I did see him. He was there. I didn't see anybody else though. Not that I cared about it, but I did see him. The food there was okay. I think we had a burger. I had a burger there, and it was a decent burger. Again, is it a place I'm gonna break down the doors to go to? No. Uh, it ain't, that type of party for me. But when I
Okay,
go to these,
if I'm booking some of my clients, um, and I needed a reference,
yeah,
uh, what would you tell them generally about Dumaguete?
the biggest attraction is that I say the boardwalk. If you like that boardwalk is nice, very well clean, manicured, by the water. You go there to Peter's buzzing. You right across the street, there's a couple of eateries or hangouts that expats go to. So I mean, if you wanna find you some expats, Dumaguete, you can easily find them right there across the street from the boardwalk. That's there. Looks like again they have decent shopping there if you want to. I told you they had the Robinson, which I went in there, a
Yeah.
place to eat. I believe one thing that I understand, it is very accessible to Sikihor Island,
Yeah.
which that would be one of the big attractions to me when I go back there, because there's maybe I have a reason to go visit Sikihor, and DUMAGUETE is a transport hub, if you will, to go there. And then also it appears that DUMAGUETE seems to be a hotbed of controversy, if you will, or drama regarding the YouTube vlogger community. I think it's a lot of YouTube vloggers there, expat as well as locals, Filipinos that have YouTube channels there. So I know.
Yeah, Filipina P is from Dumaguete.
Yes, I know. Yes, yeah. Don't remind our viewers. I ain't trying to mention Filipino Pete.
No,
Again,
no,
I'm
I'm not. But
infamous.
as a
I'm
point
infamous for
as a
being
point of
tied to
reference,
Filipino Pete.
as a point of reference, that's why I brought that up. Okay.
I know, but I mean, you could have just as well said old dog, baby May.
Yeah, well, they're all in Dumaguete.
Yeah, every man has a story.
Yeah, they're all
Jenny, I believe Jenny is there. My new friend who I hope to meet pretty soon. Hopefully we get together soon. People that I've met here, and they said they want to interview me and we want to get together. Hopefully that happens.
Okay. Now, so you're in Dumaguete for a couple of days.
Yeah, it wasn't even a couple of days. We went there one day. We went to this place to have an expedited service. We paid an extra 1,000 pesos for them to expedite it. We gave them the passport and everything. They took care of it. We went there the next day, picked up the passport, and with like an hour or so after that, we got on the bus going back to San Carlos City.
Okay. Okay. Um, Dumaguete is a jumping off point for Bohol and Panglao as well.
Okay.
And that is probably the most notable resort area in the central Visayas.
Yes.
There's, I don't know, I book about 4 or 5 of those different resorts there. So I know the Panglao, and they have an airport you can fly in there.
Oh, yeah.
Like from Manila you can fly in, from Cebu you can fly in.
Oh, okay.
From Davao you can fly in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you done any booking in Sikihor Island?
Sikihor, yeah, to San Juan.
Okay. All right. And that again, like I said, that's probably the biggest extra attraction there, is because it is a transportation hub to, if you want to go to Sikihor or Bohol. That is an attraction if you're not necessarily trying to just hang in Dumaguete. Again, people go to Dumaguete for a lot of reasons. Like I say, it's famous for having a lot of expats. If you're into that, some people say it's a lot of nice-looking Filipinos there because, I think they got the college town, the Silliman is there and all that stuff. Hey, that's debatable,
Well, the oldest university in the Philippines is there.
Is that Silliman?
Yep.
Yeah, Silliman, yeah. I'm out of school. I ain't planning on going back to school. If I hadn't been, I don't even know whether I was near the campus. If I was, hey, if I happen to see something that interests me to be on the campus, fine. But
I'm trying to get this information from you for your viewers.
Sure, but I'm saying, but I know Silliman University is there. I think there's a Silliman Hospital that's related to that. I think they have a medical school there. So one
Yeah.
thing I noticed in some of these places, I see people with nursing attire and whatever, and students attire, like groups just walking through the street. You say it must be a school nearby here, which I guess it is.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I know you ate when were in St. Carlos. I know you ate at the hotel. Where
Yeah.
else did you eat?
Well, I ate, at the place I was staying for like 4 days. I stayed at the guest house and had a nice time. The lady there is cooking, came in, brought me my coffee every morning. That was kind of surprising to me. She cooked breakfast sometime, cooked lunch, cooked dinner. So I enjoyed that personal interaction. I think we went to the fish and meat and vegetable market. We walked over there, and she's a little bit older than I am. I'm 64. I think she's 67. I think her birthday is coming up next month. I might plan on going back there to maybe wish her happy birthday or whatever. But again, it's a very walkable city. Transportation is very low. Convenience of shopping, convenience of getting something out to eat. The fresh market for your fish and vegetables, convenient. You don't want to do laundry, your laundromat, convenient. You want to go to the ferry, convenient. You want to go over to the other nearby islands, nearby parks, nearby attractions, very convenient. San Carlos City, very convenient if you want to go to Bacalet and by extension Iloilo. If you want to go to Dumaguete, by extension Pangla Bahao and Siquijor. Toledo City by ferry gets you to Cebu City. So that is, and again, quiet. If you're not trying to do the nightlife and party, hardy, and all that, you don't need that. You just want a cool, quiet, clean place to be. Now, San Carlos will fill your bill for that.
Okay. Well, we're getting kind of close to the end of this episode.
Yes.
So you got a little over a minute, so I'm going to give the closing to you.
All right. And thank you, Mr. Middleton, for this, helping us direct and bring some information out for my viewers here. Again, I've been in the Philippines a little bit over 2 months, going to several cities, and we want to have you follow us to get an idea of our experience here on the ground as far as any attractions or communications, hotel, transportation, dining, all of that. We want to bring that to you. So we thank you, Mr. Middleton. We're going to come back very soon. We're about to do the big one here soon, which is Tacloban in the island of Leyte, where I spent about a month. We're going to really get into it there. Travel needs, contact again, Dana Middleton, bestfaresfortravel.com. Thank you for listening. Thank you for following Geechee Lion Journey and Dana